UMass would come out and play extremely determined and desperate in the first period, and I warned our guys of that, and I think they got tricked by the first goal we got so early. But obviously UMass controlled the play in the first, and I thought we kind of played Northeastern hockey in the second, and the third period looked like a chess match. And then the overtime was an aggressive, offensively minded UMass team. I think controlled the play. So I told our guys we're lucky to get out of here with a point. I told Tootie in the hallway the last time we were in here, our power play looked like it was the Vancouver Canuck power play, and tonight they did a great job shutting it completely down.
See, compared to last night, that you mentioned that the power play was sort of shut down, but that your offense was really suffocated, maybe with the Olympic size sheet.
From the power play perspective?
Yeah, from the power play perspective.
No, I just think they worked. They made some adjustments. They pressured us. I think they were determined to get into like one-on-one battles and eliminate the inherent odd man, opportunities you have in a power play, and we just didn't respond to it. So when you pressure teams like that around, they get stretched out. So when they get stretched out, they become isolated one-on-one battles. And our support forwards just never got over there. By the time they did, they out-muscled us for the puck and they sent it down the end. So suffocate might be a good word for it. It had nothing to do with the sheet. It's easy to kill when you're aggressively when you're on a smaller sheet, but they did a good job tonight in their own sheet.
Greg, after watching a lot of hockey games here, to me, maybe you guys play like this all the time, this is about as physical a game as I've seen for a regular season game, in long time. Did you get that sense of it too?
Yeah, we play like that all the time. And if we don't, then we let them know. It's not NHL hockey where you've got 82 games and everything. You're measuring your energy, and then you really, you amplify that energy in the playoffs and stretch down into it. You do see the physical play pick up. I mean, I told the guys earlier, it's we've got I think 10 games to go, and for me, I've always coached physical teams. In the American League, our teams are physical, and my first year here we were, and then we didn't have very good teams, so we pounded people. That was our way to kind of measure our effort. But we didn't have a lot of physical teams earlier in the year. We've gotten that way. I think it's gotten that way because of the addition of bigger defensemen. Alexiak is a big man. If he catches you, he's going to hurt you, and it's a violent crash. Mateto's a strong kid. Ivo likes to hit people. We've never had that here. So I think that's really augmented what we try to do every night.
And how much of an advantage is that against a small team, like UMass, or did they respond to it fairly well?
Well, the danger in being a physical team against a smaller, quicker team is that, and Tootie's teams do this well. I mean, they did it last year with Marcoux and Wellman. I mean, Wellman wasn't small, but he was pretty quick. Is they'll spin off the check, and if they spin and you end up missing, the large chunk of the human body, you're hitting the glass and he's running up the ice, and then it becomes a disadvantage. So we warned him of that. It's funny because Vermont's a bigger team. You were out there last weekend, and
right.
You can get a good piece of those guys, but UMass is smaller and quicker, so you got to be a little bit more measured in how physical you are.
Had Jake Hoffler in the lineup here tonight after moving Drew back up to forward, but after he got beat on that goal, we really didn't see him the rest of the way. Was that your move to pull?
No, that really wasn't his fault, the goal. And he played against Merrimack, and he played a few shifts then as well. And I really didn't want to play him this year. I wanted to redshirt him, but we had a situation. We were down bodies, and we had to move Daniels from defense, and he's done a great job there, to the right wing position on that fourth line, and we had nobody else. Jake, I hate to say that, sounds cruel, but he was I guess in the NHL All-Star game, he was the last one chosen, so he had inserted into the line.
Gouzior and Ferriero were unavailable for the game?
Yeah.
Coach, another game where you got pretty much all of your production from that top senior line. Can you talk about what they've given you this season, like just game in and game out?
Yeah, you can't measure what in Tootie's going through this, and it happens every year, what not just the performance of older kids, but also the mentality, the leadership they provide, you know, I think the attitude they bring to the room. And we're blessed to have them because they're not only are they good players, they're good people. You know, we have a young team. I mean, UMass Lowell, and us are the youngest teams in the league. I mean, you know, Ferrio is healthy and he's playing. I think we've got 9 freshmen in the lineup. You know, the skaters are, sorry, not 9, yeah, 9 freshmen, 8 freshmen in the lineup that are skaters and a bunch of sophomores. So those guys are critical for that, and they were good tonight. And tonight I thought they took the game. We looked just like a little bit. It was weird. We just looked a little bit out of focus, I guess. And they were the ones that were trying to bring us back to a focus.
In the overtime, when they were getting a big-time rush on you, getting a lot of shots on net, how big was Chris there and his experience? It seemed like he was definitely calm in the net and ready for it.
Yeah, you know what would have happened? The goal they got, the first one, was a bad goal. I don't know what happened. It snuck through his pads. A year ago, that would have rattled him. Like he might have struggled for a little bit. And this year, I think he just put it past him and he kept playing. And he played well. And the second one was a good shot by Marcoux, but that would have really made it tough, more difficult for him. And he was good the rest of the way.
Greg, this race, you know, in the middle, all that, you have like a specific goal? You're still shooting for the top 4, or, you know, is that the plan?
Yeah, we actually, you know,
It was 6-1-1 in January.
Yeah, the crazy thing is,
5-1-2.
if we had not lost to Maine, or tied Maine, in the, whatever that was on that, a week ago,
Right.
After last night's game, I believe we would have been in 4th place. Okay, so that's how tight it is. The point that we didn't get tonight is going to hurt us because Merrimack is winning. I'm not sure what the Maine BU thing is, but we need to get some help. But if we can go on the same streak we're on now in February, then we have a great shot at getting to the top 4. But we've got the iron coming at us now.
On your young team, too, one last question. With those 3 freshmen defensemen who all look terrific, you got to feel pretty good about the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the team. Is that a fair analysis?
Yeah, and this crappy thing is we'd have Jake Newton too. He'd be a sophomore. He's signed with Anaheim. We could have a hell of a defensive core.
Right.
And I hope we don't lose those guys, but I
Yeah.
think there's a good chance we may lose 1 or 2 before they graduate.
Right.
The big guy in particular.
Yeah.
Any questions?